the show by dropping us your questions or comments to blueraidernet@gmail.com. Tonight's show is presented by Ascend Federal Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. Bud Light, it's for the fans. And Ascension St. Thomas, the official hospital partner of MTSU.
Buford from 17, good, and middle wins it.
Now with Coach Nick McDevitt, here's the voice of the Blue Raiders.
In 3, 2, 1.
Welcome in to the Boulevard tonight on this Monday here in Murfreesboro. It was a great weekend and fun to come in here on a Monday night. And we've already talked about 2 victories on the women's side. We're going to talk about 2 more victories on the men's side as the Blue Raiders got wins over Kennesaw State and Jacksonville State over the weekend to up their record. And the Blue Raiders now with 12 wins on the year and sitting right in second place in Conference USA, just a half game back of New Mexico State, who has jumped out. They've been the Jackrabbit so far with a 4-0 record. Coach Nick McDevitt is here, and Coach, as we get settled in, how are you today?
I'm doing well. A little warmer in here now.
It is a little. It's
a little warmer. It was a little chilly over the last couple of days. Got a little snow, some cold weather. Got a 5.5-foot snowman in our backyard.
I was about to ask about the snowman, that there was a snowman built in the McDevitt yard on Friday, front or backyard?
It's in the backyard.
Oh, you didn't show it off to the.
Oh yeah, well you could dang near see it from the road. It's a beast. Cooper and several of his buddies got in the backyard. I guess it was Friday, and I mean it's big, and they couldn't get the second ball. Yeah, we couldn't get the second ball up to be the body of the snowman, so I had to take 3 of Cooper's bats and make a little ramp and roll the ball up on, because I couldn't lift it. I yelled out there, y'all need some help, and went out there and realized that wasn't very much help. So we had to make the ramp, and we got it up there. It's a beast.
It took some work. Well, as everybody in the building just saw, we've got a couple of special guests. We have the reigning Conference USA Player of the Week, Justin Porter. And I'm going to go 1A and 1B. Isam Mustafa will be here. They'll both be with us here at the bottom of the hour to chit-chat. So stick around. You'll want to hear from those guys. One thing that has become really clear here in the first 2 weeks of the conference season is that this league is really top-heavy this year. You just take a look. Louisiana Tech.
I don't know about top-heavy. There's a lot of parity.
A lot of parity.
The top is 1 to 10.
Yeah, that's correct.
Everybody's playing well. Obviously, we're playing well, but there's a lot of good teams in the league.
Just a couple of things of note. The first weekend started. Liberty gets beat at home by Western. Western goes to FIU, gets beat on Saturday. We do just the opposite. We win at FIU and lose on the road at Liberty, then come home and win too. Well, New Mexico State or Louisiana Tech, who was picked in the preseason to win the league, they start out 0-3. They go out west, lose 2 on the road, then come back. They ended up beating Liberty on Saturday to get they're even now at 2-2, right?
I think they're 2-2. I think they lost both road games, won both home games.
That's right.
So they're 2-2. But to your point, there's a team that 4 games in, they got a 500 record that was close to a unanimous pick for the regular season champion in the preseason polls. But everybody's good. There are a lot of real good teams, and that's just not talk. It's not coach speak here on the radio show. They're good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good teams. And for our fans that have seen them, the teams that we've played, we've played 4. So for the other 9, we've already played, and you start looking at some of the other scores and like, dang, that's a heck of a. We haven't seen Western yet. We'll see them on Saturday, but folks watched our game against FIU, and then all of a sudden you see what they can do against other teams, and it's going to be a hard race to win this thing.
Well, out west, you had New Mexico State and UTEP, who had both won both games their first weekend, played each other on Saturday, sellout crowd of 12,000 at El Paso, and New Mexico State goes in and beats them by 30. And they were both undefeated at that point. So it just goes to show you, you better be able to bring it every night.
That's right. That's it.
So nothing to add there?
No, I mean.
They don't call you the best color guy in the league for nothing. So, but right now, here are the standings. New Mexico State 3-0, Middle 3-1, UTEP 2-1, Liberty, Louisiana Tech, Western 2-2, Jacksonville State 1-2, Kennesaw State 1-2. Then you've got Sam Houston and FIU at 1-3. So, I mean, this is just a classic league race coming up. And by the end of January, you will have played everybody, and then you get to do it all over again.
That's right. You get to do it all over again, and that's the deal in league play is, there's a lot of familiarity before you play each other the first time. You're following each other's scores, and you've played guys in the past. Our players, they know who Don McHenry is. They know who Enoch Colombe is. They know who Tyrone Marshall is. And same thing, all the guys at Western. Same thing. Those guys, they know who Justin Porter is. They know who Cam Weston is. They know who Justin Buford is and what they're good at and what they're not. And they'll try to make us play to our weaker areas, and we'll do the same with them. We'll know their plays and tendencies. It's who goes out there and has the right attitude, who can execute, who's playing with the right kind of effort. That's what league play is. You got to do it every night when you play in a good league, and this is a real good league. We're still in the top 10 as far as basketball leagues in the country, and so that means there aren't off nights. There may be some leagues where you're so much more talented than about 3 or 4 teams, and if you play them twice, man, we got to really, really mess it up to not win these 5 or 6 games. And if there's 4 teams like that in your league, like, man, if we at least bring our B game, we're going to win these 8. That's not the case in this league. You can't play okay and win too many games. You got to play good.
A couple of things is, here we are, second week of January, and just kind of keeping things in your mind when you're looking toward tournament time, postseason, things like that. You heard Coach just say that right now Conference USA is a top 10 league in the country. That's in the NCAA net, the old RPI. And that's how every team is ranked with whatever the algorithm or formula is. Every league is that way. Right now, Conference USA is ahead of the American, ahead of the Sun Belt, way ahead of the OVC, a lot of the leagues that we're all very familiar with. And you're in a unique position now because the league is so good top to bottom this year that you're not going to be hurt as much in the net and in the Ken Palm rankings as you have been in the past. Sometimes if the league has...
Yeah, sometimes like if there's a couple bottom feeders, then even with a 6-point win, for instance, or an 8-point win against somebody that's ranked 300th in the country, your ranking, you go down, even with a win. And that's not the case this year in this league. It's a lot of good teams. As
of about 30 minutes ago, Middle's current net ranking is 102. Your Ken Palm ranking is 121. And people, what is Ken Palm? It's a guy named Ken Pomeroy who does all this. And if you are a hardcore college basketball fan, there's a lot of things. If you like to get down in the weeds on all the metrics, it's a good way to do it. But it just says that right now there's Liberty is number 1, Middle number 2 in both of those rankings as far as how we stack up in Conference USA. But still, a lot of basketball to be played.
A ton.
Absolutely.
A ton.
We are at the Boulevard here on the corner of Middle Tennessee and East Main in Murfreesboro, our favorite sports bar. Be sure and stop by. Great lunch specials, great food here tonight. We'll step aside. We'll talk with the coach after this on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, have you heard about the MTSU branded debit card from Ascend Federal Credit Union? Use your Ascend MTSU debit card in stores and online, or add it to your mobile wallet for the ultimate convenience. Need some cash? Use this card fee-free at thousands of ATMs worldwide. Stop by one of Ascend's 5 Murfreesboro branches or visit ascend.org to learn more. Bank where Blue Raiders belong. Ascend Federal Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Roscoe Brown is proud to be a longtime supporter of MTSU Athletics and your locally owned HVAC and plumbing company for over 80 years. Roscoe Brown has been the trusted name for heating, cooling, and plumbing for Middle Tennessee homeowners and businesses. Call 888-MY-ROSCOE to schedule your HVAC or plumbing service today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Roscoe Brown. People you know, a name you trust. Go Blue Raiders.
Roscoe Brown.
RoscoeBrown.com.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in supporting and treating Middle Tennessee State University athletes, providing expert treatment of injuries to bones, joints, or muscles. TOA's team of orthopedic specialists can get you back in the game. Same-day appointments and walk-ins are welcome. Injured? Visit one of our many ortho urgent cares, or to make an appointment, call 1-855-NEED-TOA or visit www.toa.com. TOA, the official team doctor for Blue Raider Athletics.
The MTSU Alumni Association is proud of its more than 130,000 living alumni who are leading, teaching, entertaining, researching, flying, farming, nursing, and more worldwide. Every Blue Raider accomplishment adds value to your degree. Are you connected to the MTSU National Alumni Association? Visit mtalumni.com to share what you're doing. Update your information and see how you can be involved and informed. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Back in 3.
Welcome back into the Boulevard tonight. Our show brought to you in part by First Vision Bank. Accomplish your vision for your personal or business finances with First Vision Bank. With dedicated banking professionals, products to fit your goals, and advanced financial management tools, your vision is their mission. FVB.bank, FDIC, equal housing lender. Coach Nick McDevitt here with us, and our associate producer, Catherine McDevitt. She is here. Thursday night, Kennesaw came in, and Kennesaw they had beaten Rutgers already this year, had gotten off to a good start on the year, and they've got two guys who can really score. Simeon Cottle, and then the freshman is just
Woolley.
Yeah, Woolley. He makes you feel Woolley. I mean, he's really, really good.
Yeah, he's real good. You know, he's obviously Cottle's a vet. 6'1" guard that can really score it from a lot of different areas. But Woolley plays at a really mature pace for a true freshman. Obviously, he can score the ball. He's got real good size at 6'4", 6'5",
very
lefty, strong, good build. He's going to be a really, really good player. He just has a more mature approach, speed, pace that he doesn't look out of control or wild as a freshman. At this point in the season, obviously, he's played a heck of a lot more minutes than most freshmen around the country, starting and playing probably the second most minutes on their team. But he really does play under control, but also aggressive. And that's a combination that's hard to figure out early in your college career. And he seems to kind of already be there. He knows how to play aggressive without looking and playing like a ball hog.
Yeah.
They need him to score. And he's an aggressive scorer without being a careless shooter that just hogs the ball.
Yeah, and Cottle came in averaging about 20 a game as well. You were able to hold him to 14 Woolley ended up on the night getting 24, which is not far off of his average. But when you play a team that has scores like that, and you had to do it again on Saturday night with Jacksonville State, how do you approach that from a team defensive standpoint? It's like, okay, let them have what they're going to get. Don't let anybody else kill us, or how do you know?
Well, I think with scores, most of the time those guys are going to get their points, their numbers. A lot of the plays are designed for them. Everybody knows it. You just want to make sure that if a guy's going to come in and get 18 points, he's doing it on 20 shots. If a guy can come in and get 20 on 10 or 11 shots, those other 9 or 10 are going to somebody else. And now all of a sudden a guy that's used to getting 6, 8, 9 points is able to get 14, 15, 16 points, and that's when you get beat, is when this guy's got his average and he's got his average, and now somebody that's the sixth guy on the scouting report averaging 6 points, he gets 15 that night, and now all of a sudden the other team, instead of getting their average of 72, they've got 80, and now you've put pressure on yourself to score 85 points to win the game.
Yeah, Woolley got 24 on 14 shots.
That's hard to do.
And Cottle got 14 on 16 shots. But
and that's what you want.
The good thing is there are scores on both sides of the floor that night.
That's right. We had one of them. We had two of them.
And if you are a college basketball fan, you like to see guys go out and play and score. Thursday night was a great game to watch because Justin Porter just went off with 27, and Isam Mustafa
22 and 9.
22 and 9, which was foreshadowing his game on Saturday.
Yeah, he decided to do it again.
He decided to do exactly the same thing
I hope
again.
he wants to do it again on Saturday.
That's right. You'll take that. But
absolutely.
But it was fun because sometimes you guys are over there coaching. It's this, man, this is kind of fun to watch.
I liked when we were doing it. Yeah. I didn't like it when they were doing it, but there were times where, I thought we defended well and they make a shot, and I'm sure they were saying the same thing. It was like, man, we guarded that pretty well, and Porter still made it, or we had him, but Mustafa got another offensive rebound putback, and there are times you just kind of got to tip your hat to. They got scholarship players too.
Yeah.
Their guys are pretty good too. There are times where you didn't necessarily make a mistake or not play hard or right, and the other team's going to score some. You got to get to the next play.
It was one of those games where I don't know that I ever felt
comfortable.
Like Middle was going to lose the ball game, but you never could feel totally comfortable.
Agreed. I never felt like we weren't. I don't want to say in control, but I guess that is the way to say it. Like, you felt comfortable about where we were, but we weren't up 20 either. We were playing well, and because of that, you just felt like we're in good shape. Guys are playing the right way with each other, playing hard. We're making shots. We're guarding them the right way. If we keep this up, I like our chances to win.
What did it say about the work Justin Porter put in after the Liberty game, leading up to the Kennesaw game, to come out and have a night where he had 27 points and 3 rebounds?
It wasn't any different than the work he put in the week before that, or the month before that, or the years before that. He's going to get in the gym. I mean, he's a worker, and Justin approaches day to day like a pro. We talk about that a lot. If you're waiting to act like a pro when it's time to turn pro, it's too late. You don't have the habits of what it takes to make it. You have to get up, eat right, sleep right, work out. You shot it bad the night before. You still got to get in the gym. Yeah, you shot the cover off of it the night before. You still got to get in the gym. You got to get in the training room. You got to lift weights. All the things that you have to do to be a really good player, he does it at a really high level. Like, scoring 60 points in 2 games, like, that ain't easy.
No.
There are times where, like, man, I would have felt in high school, you score 30, like, man, I'm on fire.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, JP gets 25, and it's like, well, that's just what he does. Man, that ain't easy. That is hard. And he can make it look easy, but it's because, man, he works hard. He really does. Like, you're having to tell him the opposite of what you do most players. Hey, get in the gym, work on your game. I'm not kidding. We really do. We have to tell them, like, today ain't the day. You played a lot of minutes last night. We have practice. You go home after practice. Don't come back in here. And that's how you get 60 in 2 games.
Yeah, Raiders win it on Thursday, 84-79 against the Owls of Kennesaw State. Real quick, there are 4 Division I teams nicknamed Owls. This does not count against the 5 random questions, by the way.
Wow.
Who are the 4 that are Owls?
Temple,
Yep.
Rice,
Yep.
FAU,
Yep.
and
Kennesaw.
Thank you. And Kennesaw.
Now, to add, here's a little piece of
I did
trivia.
say Temple.
Yeah,
Temple,
Temple's
Rice,
Temple's the
FAU,
hard one.
Kennesaw State.
Temple's the hard one. Now, get this. UTSA in football this year played all 4 of them. Isn't that crazy?
You know who reminded me a lot of the reason I was able to rattle those off? I think you and I have talked about this before, but it was actually it's Sunday. Yeah, we were watching FAU UAB a little bit yesterday afternoon at the house, and it was Cooper. And there it started rattling off the Owl mascot team, so I was ready for that one.
There you go. All right,
Assist from Cooper.
We'll take a timeout here at the Boulevard. More with Nick McDevitt after this on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Plan ahead and plan for success. Put Lee Company on your team for all your facility and home maintenance needs. They are proud to be an official partner of the MTSU Blue Raiders and have serviced homes and businesses for 80 years. For the very best heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical services, call Lee Company at 615-867-1000. Visit them at leecompany.com or call 615-867-1000.
RJ Young is no longer just your office copier supplier. We are now helping you create the modern office. Our cutting-edge solutions cover security systems, business phones, managed IT, and AV technology for your organization. We've teamed up with world-class partners to save you more through building services, and our U.S.-based specialists are your personal coaches, making sure you always have the highest degree of personalization.
Hey there, I've been hired by the Tennessee Lottery to celebrate every time there's a winner across the state. Truthfully, it's a little more work than I expected. I had no idea that Tennessee Lottery players win an average of $3.6 million every day. That's a whole lot of moolah. So play today for your chance to win big. The Tennessee Lottery, game-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
When it comes to money, I'm a saver.
Me too. Though I can also be a bit of a spender.
Well, Ascend has got you both covered. With our interest-earning checking, you can
earn interest so I can save money for my beach trip?
Sure. And with our rewards checking, you can
get cash back for my purchases? Tap reward?
Yep. So no matter how you handle your money, Ascend Federal Credit Union has the right checking account for you. Interest-earning checking earns 3.56% annual percentage yield up to $15,000. Some restrictions apply.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Back in 3, 2.
Nick McDevitt live brought to you in part by the Raiders Rising Collective. Raiders Rising, the official NIL collective for Blue Raider Athletics. Raiders Rising provides student athletes from all 17 sports at MTSU opportunities to earn income based on their name, image, and likeness. And coming up, the Raiders Rising NIL Collective has an event coming up February 13th. Blue Bloods in the round down at Humble Baron at Uncle Nearest Distillery. You'll want to find out about that and be part of that. After the win against Kennesaw, Jacksonville State coming in fresh off of a win in Bowling Green where Coach Ray Harper, the current head coach of Jacksonville State and the previous head coach at Western Kentucky, you knew that that did not sit well in Topperland.
I'm sure it didn't. I'm sure it sat well with Ray Harper.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, you know, he's a good coach and did some good things there, and I'm sure he enjoyed that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Interestingly enough, they just did not come to Murfreesboro until about noon on Friday. And fortunately, again, shout out to TDOT, Rutherford County, Murfreesboro, and everybody who worked on the roads, because could not have been better with as much snow as we got.
Man, as much as we got, by the time it was approaching game time on Saturday, it was incredible how clear the roads were. You got over to campus, and Mr. Jacobs had cleared out the Greenland lot, the sidewalks. It was unbelievable that there was enough snow to have a 5.5-foot snowman.
That's right.
But it didn't keep you from getting to the game. It was great.
One thing about it, it was obvious your guys were ready to go on Saturday. You got off to a terrific start.
We really did, and I was complimented the guys because I thought our prep on Friday and Saturday morning and shoot-around was really, really good. You know, because of the amount of minutes some guys played Thursday night against Kennesaw, it couldn't be a, you know, rock 'em, sock 'em, get after each other for 2 hours kind of practice on Friday. So it was a lot of 5-on-0 stuff for us, the offensive side. And on the defensive side of the ball, we had to walk through their stuff, but their attention to detail showed up throughout the whole game. I mean, we showed film today of Saturday night's game. Of all the defensive things that we got right, you know, all of a sudden they're hand gesturing a play call, Jacksonville State that is, that they're about to do, and our guys were on top of it. And that was the first time we had guarded it live, because we walked through it on Friday, and we did it against our scout team. You know, Reggie Upshaw's out there as part of the scout team, so we're guarding him and a couple of our walk-ons, and they just really did a good job, and we got off to a good start, and we're able to lead for, you know, 39 and a half minutes.
Yeah, and got up 22-6, led at halftime by 10, win the ball game
17
by 17 going away. But if you thought 27 from JP was a great night on Thursday, he bounced back and I'm telling you, that's about as good an 80 minutes of basketball over 2 games that I can remember in a while out of a player as far as productivity.
Yeah, I think I saw
58 points in 2 games.
Yeah, 58 in 2 games. I think I saw that was the first time is, you know, 25 plus or 27 plus in back-to-back games, something like that, since Nick King. So it's been a while since somebody's put together back-to-back games, and it's the first time since Reggie Upshaw in 2016. That a player's had 22 and 9 in back-to-back nights, or at least those kind of numbers. So it's good nights for both those young men.
Yep, to have Esam and Reggie in the same breath, that works.
Anytime you can do something that that Reg did while he was here, obviously you did some good stuff.
Now Jacksonville State has a great score as well. Jerron Pierre, who was leading the league in scoring, came in averaging 22.2. You held him in the first half, but, man, he broke loose and ended up with exactly 22, right at his average in the second half. And he's just a guy who can he knows how to score.
Well, he got 22 points in 21 minutes because he got his first bucket with about a minute to go to halftime. That was his first points. And then he scored the first couple of buckets of the second half. And now all of a sudden a really talented offensive player is seeing a big hoop. And that's when you know you've got a crack down as a group when a score gets going, and we've got a couple of them. When a score gets going, it's hard to shut that water off.
Absolutely. Raiders win it by a score of 81-64, and with the win, get their 12th win of the season and move to 3-1 in conference play. Our guests are coming up next, Justin Porter and Isam Mustafa, right here on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Plan ahead and plan for success. Put Lee Company on your team for all your facility and home maintenance needs. They are proud to be an official partner of the MTSU Blue Raiders and have serviced homes and businesses for 80 years. For the very best heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical services, call Lee Company at 615-867-1000. Visit them at leecompany.com or call 615-867-1000.
RJ Young is no longer just your office copier supplier. We are now helping you create the modern office. Our cutting-edge solutions cover security systems, business phones, managed IT, and AV technology for your organization. We've teamed up with world-class partners to save you more through building services, and our U.S.-based specialists are your personal coaches, making sure you always have the highest degree of personalization.
Smith dribbles to the top of the key and lets it fly, and it's no good. Oh, but wait, he was fouled. They'll have another chance to win. Hey, you know what this reminds me of, Bob?
The game against State last year?
Nope, the bonus scratch instant games from the Tennessee Lottery. They give you two chances to win, one on the front of the ticket and one on the back.
Okay, that's random.
Play the bonus scratch instant games today for your chance at up to $500,000. The Tennessee Lottery, game-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
Hey Blue Raider fans, have you heard about the MTSU branded debit card from Ascend Federal Credit Union? Use your Ascend MTSU debit card in stores and online, or add it to your mobile wallet for the ultimate convenience. Need some cash? Use this card fee-free at thousands of ATMs worldwide. Stop by one of Ascend's 5 Murfreesboro branches or visit ascend.org to learn more. Bank where Blue Raiders belong. Ascend Federal Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Back in 3.
All right, welcome back in to Nick McDevitt Live, coming to you from the Boulevard. Our show brought to you in part by the Lee Company. Blue Raider fans, get ahead of the game with the best home services team in town. For your heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical and home improvement needs, Lee Company is the team to call. 615-867-1000 or leecompany.com online. Welcome our two special guests tonight. The pride of Houston, Texas, Justin Porter, and from the faraway land of Cairo, Egypt, Mr. Isam Mustafa. Guys, thanks so much for coming out tonight.
No problem, no problem. Happy to be here.
Glad to have you both here. JP, you've been around here for a little while. Isam is the new man on the block. And first of all, as a veteran player on this team, he has really come in and been a great teammate, hasn't he?
For sure, on and off the court.
Yeah. Talk about him, because we're in airports and wherever. If there's nobody sitting next to him to talk to, he'll talk to an empty chair.
For sure. I mean, he's a joy to be around, you know. Like, he's always excited, he's always happy. You never see him down.
No, not at all. Now, Isam, to give you your chance at rebuttal here, you came here on a visit, I guess, didn't you? Before you did not.
I didn't.
You didn't. And when you got here, and I remember I was there. I was over in the Aux Gym the day you walked in and it said hello and whatever, but it seemed like from the minute you got there, you just kind of fell in with these guys, and they were very welcoming as a veteran group.
They were very welcoming to me. They made me feel comfortable as soon as I landed. Like, start from coaches. Like, I didn't need to visit. When coach came visit me, him and Logan, I just said, like, he showed me how can he use me and what he needs from me, and I said, like, yeah, I don't need to come visit. I feel good. Then I come to the team from Egypt. It was a very long flight. That was like 36 hours flight. But as soon as I got there, everyone was very welcome. Everyone was, I was happy to see everybody. They made me comfortable, so I'm glad.
Now, some people may not know this, but you had played in Murphy Center once before.
Yes, I did.
And that was when you started your career at Coastal Carolina. And we went back and looked up a picture of you when you were early in your career, and your beard and hair was not nearly as neat as it is now.
I had a full fro. I had a big afro, and I used to put my hair on the. I used to put my hair on the bun. I used to braid it and put like a little boof on the top, you know.
And now here's JP, and he puts his hair in braids.
Oh yeah,
talk a little bit about the makeup of this team, JP, because after last year, there were pieces. Now every year in college basketball, it's kind of a fluid situation where there's going to be movement, and the coaches look to build the roster as best they can. But there were some real key pieces in particular when you decided you wanted to be here and made this a really experienced group coming into this season.
For sure.
And I think, watching summer workouts and all, were you guys as excited as I was with what you were seeing out there?
Man, when I came here and I seen the guys coach brought in, I was just so excited because I watched their film and I seen what they can do in person. I was just like, man, we could be a really good team this year. We just put it all together.
And very deep. Here's something that'll win you a bet somewhere. There's not a teenager on this roster.
Oh yeah, it's not.
Everybody is 20 years of age or older, which is a stat that in these days of college football, basketball, whatever, if you can be older and experienced, it really pays off.
Yeah, it definitely does. It's paying off right now.
Talk about what it meant for this team to get the jump start that you got going down to Myrtle Beach, down to Coastal, and playing in that tournament and playing so well against three really good teams.
It started with our preparation. I mean, we've been going into every single game locked in and ready to go. I mean, it hasn't been, I'll say, we really haven't been playing around or not looking at our scout. We've really been locked in as a whole as a team, and it's just been paying off for us.
Esam, what was it like for you to go back in an arena? We just gave you a ball for your 1,000th college rebound. You got 800 of those as a Chanticleer.
Yep. It was amazing being there. Coastal is like home to me. I've been there. I graduated from there. I played 4 years in there. I was excited to be back there. It was very fun I started there, and this is my last year, so I played one more time in there. It was very nice. I feel comfortable. I feel home. As soon as I get there, I didn't even need to look at the rim sometimes when I shoot that my hooks or free throws or anything. I just feel comfortable. So I wanted the ball in every position. Again, it was nice.
Yeah, and that was just kind of foreshadowing some of the good things that were going to happen because the non-conference schedule was pretty tough. I mean, when you look in addition to those three opponents with Murray State and Belmont and Lipscomb and Cal Baptist and all those three teams you played down there, it's a lot of teams who are very similar to our team, and even a lot of non-conference opponents that were very similar to the teams we were going to play when the conference got here. So did it give you guys, talk about the confidence that it gave you moving into the league schedule once we got through with the conference schedule?
We knew the non-conference schedule was going to be hard, so and obviously we know that our conference is going to be hard, so that kind of prepared us for what we have coming up now.
Yeah. What did you think about the competition we had in the non-conference?
I feel it was great. It did what it did for us is now you see us in conference games. We're doing very good. and we did very good in non-conference game because I feel like it did a great job prepping us for what's coming.
Now, you're never happy with a loss, but talk about the level of play that we had in Knoxville against Tennessee, led by 6 at halftime against the #1 team in the country. And when we rode up there on the bus and went over to the arena the night before, just to kind of, y'all already had practice, just kind of get the bus out of you a little bit. There was, it was just another business day, and then you come out in front of 20,000 the next night and just played. And it was just against, Tennessee's going to be really good. They're going to win a ton of games this year. But what did it tell you about our team playing against a team that was #1 at the time in the country?
I'll go first. It showed other teams that we're ready for, the good teams, the ranked teams, the tournament teams. Like, we're fit to be in the tournament.
What about you? Because, man, you had to go against, those post players they had, and you had your work cut out.
Yeah, it showed how mature we are. As you guys say, like, we are very not worried about, like, okay, play the #1 team or playing anybody in the country. Like, it's another business day, like you say, They're a great team, but I feel like we are great too. We have the size, we have the talent, we have the athleticism, we have everything to compete with everyone in the country. And I feel like that's why we had a great game. Yeah, I don't remember, we lost like by 18, I think. But like, if you watch the game,
it was about a 7-point game.
If you really watch the game, you will not see that. Like, it was like 2-possession game till the last 3 minutes of the game, or like 2 minutes and a half.
Exactly. Isam, growing up in Egypt, and you've been in the United States now almost 6 years, I guess.
10 years.
10 years? Oh, that's right, because you went to high school in New York State. I've always, had a lot of respect for guys. I can't imagine myself as a 14, 15-year-old saying, okay, I'm going to move to another country. And your personality, of course, fits very well, but was there any trepidation when you decided you wanted to come to the U.S.?
My mom didn't want me to come here at all because, like, again, I was like 14 years old, speaking no English at all. Like,
you didn't speak any English at all?
I did not speak one word of English, like, not at all. And my mom was always like, you're going to go there, you're going to be by yourself. It's you're the whole other side of the country. So for me, it was like, I was scared, but I have a dream to follow. Like, I always wanted to be in America. I always watched like NBA highlights. I watched college highlights when I was back home on YouTube. And I was like, I want to be there too. I'll take the challenge. But coming here, like living by myself, it definitely was a challenge for a lot of years. Like, you have to grow up a little bit faster than everybody.
When you're a post player, you're waiting on guys to feed you the ball. You're in pretty good shape because you've got JP, you've got Jalen, you've got Cam, guys who can really get you the ball. And is that fun as a post player, knowing that you've got guys who are looking for you?
It is fun because as a post player, I always say, like, you got to depend on the guards, Sometimes, like, you go get some offensive rebounds, but again, like, if you have players like JP, Cam, Rock, they're looking for me all the time. Like, even like, they see me posting every time. Every coach is like telling me all the time, just go post up, like, show your hand. Even when I'm not posting, sometimes I want to go tell them, coach, I'm tired. Like, I don't want to go all the way and post up, but it's fine. But they're always looking for me. They always see if I'm open, they pass me the ball right away.
Now, for you as a guard, watching him, sometimes I just wait, okay, when is he going to pull something out of his bag of tricks that we haven't seen yet? He's going to have a great old man game once his college career is over. But, what is it about him that makes him such a good post player? I'll start with his footwork.
Yeah, I was going to say that too, his footwork.
He was a great soccer player.
You play soccer?
I did play soccer growing up.
So that's where a lot of that started. But really, he gets himself and makes himself available for the ball in such great position.
Even when dude's taller than him, he just stepped through, uses pump fake, his footwork. It just works. It works so good. You just be looking at him. I just be like, dang, he made that? Like, that's cool.
And he has such an awareness of what's going on around him. Okay, and so I tell you, you're both so much fun to watch. This week, you know what's coming.
Yes, sir.
It's coming on Saturday, 100-mile rivalry coming up. I talked to him on Saturday. I said, Esam, are you aware of what Western Kentucky week means? He goes, not yet. I said, well, you've got a week to learn. So what do you need to tell him about Saturday?
We just need to win. That's all you need to know. We just need to win.
Just need to go to win.
Need to win.
Go win.
We need for you guys to show up though.
Yeah,
like, that's what we really need.
We need everybody to pull up.
There we go.
Bring a friend, bring a cousin, bring auntie and uncle.
We're in blue, right? We're in blue. There we
Yeah,
go.
that's one of the great things I like about this rivalry is Saturday night, middle will wear blue, Western will wear red. So it's a lot of fun when we do that, and I'm glad both programs can agree to do that. Guys, thanks so much for coming out tonight. I know school hadn't started back yet, but you still had to make the effort. You both cleaned up really nice, so
thank you.
Really proud of you. Nice purse, by the way.
Thank you.
No, he didn't.
All right, there they are, Esam Mustafa and Justin Porter.
Thank y'all.
We'll be back with Coach McDevitt right after this on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Roscoe Brown is proud to be a longtime supporter of MTSU athletics and your locally owned HVAC and plumbing company for over 80 years. Roscoe Brown has been the trusted name for heating, cooling, and plumbing for Middle Tennessee homeowners and businesses. Call 888-MY-ROSCOE to schedule your HVAC or plumbing service today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Roscoe Brown. People you know, a name you trust. Go Blue Raiders.
Roscoe Brown. RoscoeBrown.com.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in supporting and treating Middle Tennessee State University athletes. Providing expert treatment of injuries to bones, joints, or muscles, TOA's team of orthopedic specialists can get you back in the game. Same-day appointments and walk-ins are welcome. Injured? Visit one of our many ortho urgent cares, or to make an appointment, call 1-855-NEED-TOA or visit www.toa.com. TOA, the official team doctor for Blue Raider Athletics.
The MTSU Alumni Association is proud of its more than 130,000 living alumni who are leading, teaching, entertaining, researching, flying, farming, nursing, and more worldwide. Every Blue Raider accomplishment adds value to your degree. Are you connected to the MTSU National Alumni Association? Visit mtalumni.com to share what you're doing. Update your information and see how you can be involved and informed. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Plan ahead and plan for success. Put Lee Company on your team for all your facility and home maintenance needs. They are proud to be an official partner of the MTSU Blue Raiders and have serviced homes and businesses for 80 years. For the very best heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical services, call Lee Company at 615-867-1000. Visit them at leecompany.com or call 615-867-1000.
Welcome back into the Boulevard and Nick McDevitt live. And before JP and Esam leave, I got to read something here. We had a comment sent in, and I think Ms. McKnight sent this in, and it says, "Kudos to your players, Coach. Their post-game interactions with young fans are a thing of beauty. Incredible players, even better men. Thank you, Blue Raiders, for your availability." It's got to make the coach feel good.
Yeah, it really does. They're you know, those two represent us really well, and you know, it's not just those two. We're fortunate. We got a lot of good players, but they're also really good people.
Yeah, and I know, and I don't think I'm talking out of school here, but when you got the job, and I think it may have been the day, I don't know if it was the day you got the job or sometime when I had a chance to talk with you and interview you and talked about recruiting and talking about the quality of men that you wanted to bring in. And you said, if I don't feel good about them babysitting my kids, I'm not going to recruit them.
Yeah, you know, your kids, your own kids, are going to grow up around the guys that you've got on your team. You know, right now, I know JP and Esam are leaving, but they're in the back of the restaurant here with Coach Long's kids. And so his kids are going to grow up around our players. Coach Wilson's kids are going to grow up around our players. So it's just important that they're seeing, you know, good mentors, good people that will treat them right, but also that they've got people to look up to. You know, Cooper, I'm sure one day he'd like to play college basketball, and to be able to watch how you've got to work, but also, you know, understand how you've got to treat other people. And you can have a big night like JP did, but you've got to keep doing what you're supposed to. And there's a way to go about doing your business the right way. And he does it, and I think they're good role models for all of our kids.
Absolutely, no question about it. Now, you all were sharing glasses up here before the segment. Which ones have the strongest magnification?
I think theirs are for looks.
Yeah.
They look good. They do. They just didn't do anything for me. These things right here help me see.
Yeah.
I can't see this stat sheet without them. With theirs, I still wouldn't be able to see the stat sheet with them. So they look good on them, but I don't know that they were for use. More for looks.
Function, or
correct. That's a good way to say it.
Function.
Yeah, these are for function.
Well, let's see if you can look into the future and answer 5 random questions tonight with those glasses on.
Yeah, see, Cooper likes this.
I think he does. Number one, do you set any New Year's resolutions or goals?
Not really. I really not a big resolution person.
Last Friday was Quitter's Day. The second Friday of the New Year is called Quitter's Day because most of the time that's when resolutions go out the window.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you just try to make sure you're doing it just the right way all the time, I guess.
There you
so
go.
I'm not a big resolution guy.
All right. Number 2, you ever gone on a cruise?
No.
Have not. I have not
won't. And I'm pretty sure I won't. My wife gets motion sick. So, I mean, she has to take a Dramamine to drive in the car. And so we're not, you know, she's not getting on a roller coaster, and I know we're not going on a cruise.
All right, number 3, is there an odd smell that you find oddly satisfying?
The smell of gasoline.
Is it really?
I do like the smell of gasoline.
Well, that in tire rubber, right?
Oh, yes, thank you. I really do. Like when we go to a NASCAR race, I love the smell of just that burning. See, Cooper's already got it in him too, like that burning rubber smell. Yeah.
Nothing smells like a racetrack.
I tell you though, like one of my favorite smells is like the smell of freshly cut grass.
Oh yeah.
I love the smell of cut grass.
Oh, there's nothing odd about that smell. That's
okay,
that's a good one.
Good.
Yeah, and a hayfield is also really good after it's been cut. Have you ever left a movie early?
Yes.
Okay, what was it?
This was like I probably. It was a movie called Chocolat. Is that right? Is that how you say it? Yeah, I went to see that.
The very artsy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I left.
15 minutes.
I left Interview
Maybe
with a
20.
Vampire about that same amount of time.
Yep.
So I didn't like that one either. All right, you're good so far. Number 5. This one is controversial. Waffles or pancakes?
Pancakes.
Yep, me too. You know, everybody knows I love my Waffle House, but I'm a pancake guy. So
I guess I lost that one to Cooper.
Cooper, you're a waffle guy?
You're a waffle guy, huh? Okay.
So, all right. So there we go. 5 random questions in the book. That wasn't
Those
too
were
bad.
easy. I didn't even need any help from Jen McKnight tonight.
That's right.
Usually she's having to help me from the back.
All right, we're going to take our final break, come back and look ahead at what is ahead. It's Middle and Western coming up Saturday. We'll talk about it when we return after this on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Roscoe Brown is proud to be a longtime supporter of MTSU athletics and your locally owned HVAC and plumbing company for over 80 years. Roscoe Brown has been the trusted name for heating, cooling, and plumbing for Middle Tennessee homeowners and businesses. Call 888-MY-ROSCOE to schedule your HVAC or plumbing service today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Roscoe Brown. People you know, a name you trust. Go Blue Raiders.
Roscoe Brown. RoscoeBrown.com.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in supporting and treating Middle Tennessee State University athletes. Providing expert treatment of injuries to bones, joints, or muscles, TOA's team of orthopedic specialists can get you back in the game. Same-day appointments and walk-ins are welcome. Injured? Visit one of our many ortho-urgent cares, or to make an appointment, call 1-855-NEED-TOA or visit www.toa.com. TOA, the official team doctor for Blue Raider Athletics.
The MTSU Alumni Association is proud of its more than 130,000 living alumni who are leading, teaching, entertaining, researching, flying, farming, nursing, and more worldwide. Every Blue Raider accomplishment adds value to your degree. Are you connected to the MTSU National Alumni Association? Visit mtalumni.com to share what you're doing. Update your information and see how you can be involved and informed. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Back in 3.
Welcome back into Nick McDevitt Live, our last couple of minutes here. And coming up on Saturday will be the 148th meeting between Middle Tennessee and Western Kentucky. 6 o'clock for the men's game. Women's game will be at 2 o'clock on Saturday. So you've got a chance to make both. But we need a big crowd here on Saturday.
Yes, we do. We got the boys from Red coming in, and they're, as usual, they're pretty good too. We're off to a good start. They're, I think, 11-6. But we need to make this a tough place on Saturday. It'd be great to have a big crowd.
Great guard in
Don McHenry.
Don McHenry's really good. Babacar Faye, but this past week, Tyrone Marshall led them in scoring on Saturday.
Yeah, they've got a talented bunch. Several guys that were on that championship team from last year. So, I'm sure their guys will be fired up. I know ours will be. But we'll have to play well, but so will they. Go ahead.
Yeah, Hank Ploma is their new coach.
Yep.
He was a JUCO coach at Indian Hills, and a couple of these guys played for him.
McHenry's one of them.
How are they different at all in what they're trying to do?
Not really. They're still going to play quick. They've had to tweak a couple of things. They've had a couple guys that are in and out of the lineup. They've got a freshman that's playing really well. Colin Bay is back and still physical and athletic. He also played for Coach Ploma at junior college. So a lot of familiar faces. Didn't reinvent the wheel. When their previous coach went to Oklahoma State.
You've had a couple of guys out. Will we see them anytime soon?
You got to define soon.
Yeah.
Soon won't be Saturday. But hopefully soon enough. Nothing particularly with Kamari. His isn't any kind of season-ending deal, so he should be back hopefully in the next couple of games. But seriously doubt Saturday.
All right, that'll be 6 o'clock on Saturday. Want to remind folks, Thursday at 5 o'clock at the Adams Tennis Complex, Jimmy Borendame's Blue Raiders take on those dreaded Vols. That will be at 5 o'clock at the Adams Tennis Complex, and they've got a couple of matches again on Saturday. So, Coach, let's go get them.
6 o'clock Saturday, be there.
Yep.
6 o'clock Saturday.
Bring everybody you know.
Tell a friend, bring a friend.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. I want to thank Brandon Aldrich, our studio producer. No show next Monday. We'll be back with you on Saturday.